Hello and welcome to ILTV's Evening Update. I'm Aaron Porras, here with the latest news from Israel.
Earlier today, a 13-foot-tall gold-gilded statue of Prime Minister Netanyahu was erected, and in the center of Tel Aviv's Rabin Square. Placing the statue in Rabin Square, which is right next door to the Tel Aviv Municipality building, was no accident either. The sculptor, a self-proclaimed guerrilla artist named Itai Zalait, told reporters that he placed it there and on a white pedestal to test the limits of freedom of expression in Israel. The artist named the piece King Bibi, Bibi being the nickname for the Israeli premier. Passerbys on their way about town stopped to take selfies with the massive monument, but had very mixed reactions to its supposed meaning. Some saw the piece as humorous, others saw it either as horrendous, saying it incorrectly depicts the Israeli prime minister as a dictator, or they saw it as a true symbol reflecting the freedoms Israelis actually have. Culture Minister Miri Regev posted on her Facebook account, calling it an expression of hatred towards Netanyahu, and Tel Aviv municipal officials ordered Zalait to remove it or risk a fine. Eventually, as the deadline to take it down came and went, an unnamed man pushed the King Bibi statue to the ground as the artist watched with a smile, and finally removed it from the square. A new bill making its way through Congress would expand how the Department of Education defines anti-Semitism in advising learning institutions on how to identify discrimination. The bill builds upon previous guidelines, which are periodically sent to educational institutions that receive federal funding. The efforts are to ultimately aid the definition of anti-Semitism first published by the State Department in 2010. The bill would instruct the Education Department to consider a definition of anti-Semitism that includes demonizing Israel or judging Israel by double standards when investigating federal discrimination claims. A number of left-wing and pro-Palestinian groups have criticized the legislation, saying the Israel-related language is too vague and would inhibit debate on campus about Israel's treatment of the Palestinians. The bill has the support of AIPAC and the Anti-Defamation League, among other mainstream Jewish groups. The bill passed the U.S. Senate with bipartisan support last Thursday, and a companion bill was introduced in the House later that afternoon. A more than expectedly common issue among the developing world is providing basic mobility to the disabled. Millions are affected by issues that prevent them from moving about, and there's an estimated deficit of 20 million wheelchairs that could help them. Answering the call to help these people with a focus on children, Pablo Kaplan started the Wheelchairs of Hope project, whose mission is to fill the gap and produce the wheelchairs that are so desperately needed, and at cost that they can cover. The first shipment of 250 wheelchairs went to children from within Israel and the Palestinian Authority. The chairs are also designed with kids in mind. They are not adult medical grade chairs that are shrunken down, says Kaplan. The chairs are produced in a giant 3D printer, come in 3 different colors, and are aimed at 5 to 9-year-olds. They are made of a metal skeleton and topped with plastic elements. In addition to Israel and the Palestinian Authority, chairs are slated to be delivered to South America and Asian countries as well, such as Peru and Tajikistan. The motto of the company, according to Kaplan, is simple: that mobility empowers access to education and future independence. His aim is to make and distribute 1 million chairs over the next decade. Israel has begun allowing parcels to be sent to Gaza again, months after a ban was instituted over allegations that Hamas was using the packaging system to smuggle weapons. A statement from Kojat, the Israeli Defense Ministry unit that implements government policies in the Palestinian territories, said it was indeed decided to renew the postal services for packages into the Gaza Strip, but gave no reason for it. Kojat said the ban had originally been a result of multiple attempts by Hamas, an internationally recognized terror organization which runs Gaza, to smuggle materials for terrorism purposes. Examples include the smuggling of knives, guns, drones, and other spy equipment. The ban had been in place for about 5 months before being lifted. Kojat said that letters and documents had never been affected by the ban, although they are often delayed en route to the Gaza Strip by Israeli authorities for security purposes.
That's all for now. Stay tuned on ILTV.tv for our main daily broadcast playing after this. I'm Aaron Porras, and see you tomorrow with our morning briefing from Israel at 8 a.m. Eastern Time.